this is the second video on this. If you haven't seen the first video, please go and find it. See, it's ACA explanation. Anyway, this one is trying to explain and dispel a lot of misinformation and disinformation as to why the government is shut down. You see, the GOP would like you to believe that the reason why the government is shut down is because Democrats don't want to just sign a clean resolution bill to fund the government and keep it open, and actually trust us, using words and phrases that they don't understand the meaning to, that we will get to the ACA subsidies. And acting surprised that we Democrats don't believe them, because we've been trying to get this since January, and they haven't wanted to talk about it. They haven't wanted to deal with it. They have kicked the can down the road, and now we're here at the end of the fucking road. Now, the Republicans hold all three chambers, pillars, whatever. They have all three of those offices. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever that the government should be shut down right now. Okay? And the Speaker of the House, the only one that can actually open the House doors so they can go do their business and call the House members in to vote, is too busy on his knees. He tells you he's praying. He's not. He's on his knees underneath his grinder date. Okay? Using taxpayer money to do it. Because remember, they still get paid. While he delays reopening the House to be able to get to business, like swearing in House members that won their districts. We are shut down because the Speaker of the House is too busy right now getting his freak on, and he's too busy protecting the felon in chief, who's married to an immigrant that lied on her visa, overstayed her visa, and then married an American citizen. Then had an anchor baby. Then used chain migration to get her parents here. But y'all want to sit there and believe him when he tells you that felons and immigrants are your problem. What is actually happening is the Democrats are listening to their constituents. They are listening to the people who instituted their job, who put them there, because governments are instituted by we the people. And the people that voted for them, they're standing on our best interest. Our best interest is to have our medical covered. That's just it. And being able to sign a bill that extends, because listen, the ACA subsidies aren't going anywhere. Okay? ACA wasn't even in the big busted bill that was signed into the big busted law. Okay? So it still has to be funded. It is still law. It is still the law of the land right now. Okay? But remember, the individual mandate was taken away. Why was the individual mandate taken away? Because Republicans bitched and whined and groaned about, you can't fucking tell me what to do. And even if the state said, here, we will give you free insurance, they said, no, and then wanted to not pay the penalty. Then when C-19 hit, a global pandemic hit, and everybody was getting sick and dropping and this, that, and the other, needed health care, the government had to step up and give extra subsidies to cover the individual mandates that Tangerine Palpatine overturned in his first term. Isn't that ironic? So now, here we are at the 11th hour with no individual mandate, tax money coming in, and they're not even talking about extending the C-19 emergency that adds more subsidies, that makes insurance affordable for people like myself. So here we are at the 11th hour. Which do we do? Do we allow millions of Americans to lose their health care insurance by not extending the emergency C-19 additional subsidies to make it affordable? Or do we bring back the fucking individual mandate? I personally say you fund it for this year, okay? 1 year, C-19 extra funds are put in for the ACA subsidies. Then you reopen, you reinstall the individual mandate. Because the more people that pay into the system, the more fucking money there is. And we don't have these big old wild huge swings in our damn premiums. Since the individual mandate was overturned by Tangerine Palpatine, by the way, we have seen a steady rise in our insurance premiums. Now, yeah, granted, it hasn't been as high as it would have been without the ACA, but here we are. No, the Democrats are not just not wanting to sign a clean bill so that immigrants, undocumented or otherwise, can get health care. That's not a thing.